Good morning. Good morning and welcome to Jumpstart with Javon, where we are reading personal development books aloud so that you could jumpstart your day. I am Javon and I'm so happy that you are here. I do want to invite you to come and be a part of the No Excuse Today community if you need accountability, if you have some goals that you are trying to tackle, come and join the community because I am going to help you accomplish those goals, one coaching session at a time. It is group coaching, and I do want you to come and be a part of it. We meet on Tuesday mornings. So if that sounds like something that you are interested in, please visit noexcusetoday.com to visit the community, to join the community. Alrighty, so today we are going to read an excerpt from Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, and it's all small stuff, and this is by Richard Carlson. This is a book full of principles to live by because you want to get to a point in your life where you are living a stress free life. That's part of the goal as we grow older. We just want a stress free, drama free life. And a part of the way to have that is to really evaluate what's happening in your life and look at the situations, the circumstances, and decide, is this something really for me to, get all bent out of shape over? And most of the time, it is not. Let me tell you a story. Last week, this principle that I'm going to read today really came into effect, and I just thought I'd share it with you guys. Last week at work, I saw somebody doing something that was incorrect. So I went to make a suggestion to say, hey, maybe you should do it this way. And they were pretty rude about it, kind of brushed me off. And in that moment, I was like, ooh, Javon, should you say something? Normally, to know me is to know that I do not shy away from tough conversations. I am the one to have difficult conversations with. I am the one to confront things when things go array and just kind of all craziness. So I decided in that moment, Javon, is this worth fighting? Is this battle worth picking? Okay, because I just wanted to really tell home girl, hey, I didn't like the way you talked to me. Okay, I didn't appreciate it, but I thought about our relationship in the past prior to that moment. Okay, we had always been cordial. And today, that day, it seemed like she was having a really tough day. So I decided to chalk it up to maybe she's just frustrated about something and she did not mean to be rude to me. So what I did is I put my hands in my pocket, okay? And I walked away and I counted backwards and I said, Woosah, Javon, it is not that serious. And so that day I chose not to pick a battle. And so I'm going to read the principle, choose your battles wisely. And I hope that after hearing this, that you will walk through life really picking and choosing your battles. Without further ado, choose your battles wisely is a popular phrase in parenting, but it is equally important in living a contented life. It suggests that life is filled with opportunities to choose between making a big deal out of something or simply letting it go, realizing that it does not matter. If you choose your battles wisely, you'll be far more effective in winning those that are truly important. Certainly, there will be times when you will want or need to argue, to confront, or even fight for something that you believe in. Many people, however, argue, confront, and fight over practically anything, turning their lives into a series of battles over relatively small stuff. There is so much frustration in living this type of life that you lose track of what's truly relevant. The tiniest disagreement or glitch in your plans can be made into a big deal if your goal, conscious or unconscious, is to have everything work out in your favor. In my book, this is nothing more than a prescription for unhappiness and frustration. So I want to pause right there. When you are making a big deal out of everything, every situation, everything, you are prescribing to your life unhappiness and frustration. And if that is not the type of life that you want to lead, then take self inventory and say, hey, is this really important in my life, or should I just let it go? Okay. And at that moment, when I felt like, you know, my coworker was disrespectful and rude to me, I had a decision to make. Is this even worth me talking about it and confronting her about? Is this even going to matter a week from now? No, I chalked it up to she was having a bad day because our interactions were normally peaceful and pleasant and kind and cordial to one another. So this was just, this was just a fluke. So I let it go. Now, back to the reading. The truth is, life is rarely exactly the way we want it to be. The other people often don't act as we would like them to act. Moment to moment, there are aspects of our life that we like and others that we don't like. Did I like that she was rude and, to kind of dismiss me? No, I did not. But, have I been rude and dismissive to people at times? Yes. And do I want their forgiveness? Absolutely, I do, okay? There are always going to be people who disagree with you. There are always going to be people who do things differently than you. And there are always going to be things that do not work out. This is good. If you fight against this principle of life, you'll spend most of your time fighting battles. You're going to be duking it out, okay? And it's not the type of life that you want, okay? Okay, look at where you are in your life. Do you want to keep fighting all the time? No, I don't think you do. A more peaceful way to live is to decide consciously which battles are worth fighting and which are better left alone. And in that moment where I had to pause and hold my tongue, because really to know me is to know Javon is I'm going to say something, okay? I'm very vocal. I'm the vocal one at work, alrighty? I'm going to say something, but in that moment, I decided, you know what? This is just not worth me saying, hey, come here, let me talk to you for a second, okay? It was not worth it. And I want you to think about the challenges and the battles that you are going to be facing in your life from this point forward. Okay, there's always going to be something you get to pick and choose. You know what, today I'm going to choose to deal with this one. Today I'm just going to choose to ignore it. Okay, alrighty. So if your primary goal isn't to have everything work out perfectly, but instead to live a relatively stress-free life, raise your hands if you want to live a relatively stress-free life. You'll find that most battles pull you away from your most tranquil feelings. Is it really important that you have to prove to your spouse that you are right and she is wrong, and vice versa? Or that you confront someone simply because it appears as though he or she has made a minor mistake? Okay, this was my situation right here. They had made a minor mistake. I was just, trying to correct them. I'm not trying to suggest, okay? And then they brushed it off and was rude about it, okay? Was it worth it picking an argument, or confronting them about it? Absolutely not. Okay, it was not worth my peace of mind. Okay, and at this point in my life, I value my peace of mind. Okay, I value my stress-free life. Does a small scratch on your car really warrant a suit in a small claims court to write a rights? Does the fact that your neighbor won't park his car on a different part of the street have to be discussed at your family dinner table? These and thousands of other small things are what many people spend their lives fighting about. Take a look at your own list to write a rights. If it's anything like mine used to be, you might want to reevaluate your priorities. And if you don't want to sweat the small stuff, it's critical that you choose your battles wisely. And if you do, there will come a day when you rarely feel the need to do battle at all. Okay, this was a great nugget, great principle to live by from Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, because it's all small stuff. Hey, come back tomorrow and join me with Jumpstart with Javon. I will be here. Be sure to join the community, noexcusetoday.com. If you want to be held accountable in your life and you want to start tackling and accomplishing some of your goals, I'm here to help you to become the person that you were sent here on this earth to be. Until next time, my friend, y'all throw those X's up when y'all see me. No excuse today.